Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos, but I also do others like the one you're about to see here. Welcome to my mess. So I just did an explanation video telling you guys what my plans are, what my systems are going to be for 2022 and also starting this week. So I have my stack of happy planners here and I have my bullet journal, the notebook I'm going to use for that this year. Hopefully it can get me through the whole year. I don't really plan that much in a bullet journal anymore. I did go through that phase. I loved it, but it was so much work for me personally because I got more into I need to decorate these pages. I need all the layouts to be different. And I really got caught up in the artwork or creative side of it rather than just using it as a tool. So I think that if I use it just for my lists and my trackers, that this will serve me for the entire year. So this is a Vivid Scribbles dotted notebook. This is the 160 GSM weight paper, bleed proof and dot grid. So there's 200 pages. What I like about this especially is that the dot grid is nice and light. So I really get distracted when the dots are dark, whether it be a charcoal gray, even, black. I get distracted when I see so many dots on the page like that, and then it takes away from my trackers, what I'm writing down on the page. So I like it to be nice and light, barely there, just enough to be like a guide for whatever I put on page. So this I thought was pretty cute. I like the green and nice thick notebook. So I'm going to be setting that up this week. I have just a few of my Tombow dual tipped markers out because I like to use this end for highlighting. So you can see this is a nice brush tip end. So I like to use these for highlighting instead of the bolder highlighting colors all the time. And then I have the notebooks that I was using when I first started my channel up again a month ago, maybe a month ago. And then I have some planners that I picked up. So Michael's near my house, 60% off Happy Planner and Recollections. And that only included the planners themselves. Did not include stickers or hole punches or dividers or expansion packs. Those were all 30% off. So I picked up a couple extras in the big size and also in the classic size because I have different things I'm going to be doing with the different planners. So I thought what I would do is just set up my big happy planner today and tell you guys what my plans are for it. So I got this one, I picked up this one, and not only was it 60% off, I had a gift card from Christmas. Oh my gosh, awesome. And I had vouchers for rewards. So every time you go there, you know how they ask for your phone number. If you sign up for the rewards, you get like coupons. It could be $5 off, they're stackable, all that kind of stuff. So this is the happy planner that I started to use a little bit this year. I bought an 18-month back in the summer with every intention. Is this an 18-month? I think maybe this was a 2022. You know what? I can't remember now. What I did, I think this was an 18-month, yeah. Or no, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So I have November and December in here. So I'm going to take those out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 3 months at a time for each of these sections. So this main planner, and I might use this black tool cover. I might use this taupe tool cover. So I'm not sure which one positively I'm going to use, but I'm going to use this as a quarterly planner. So quarterly, 4 quarters in a year. If you're doing, January, February, March as one, then April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October, November, December. So I'm going to try to set this up quarterly because I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 3 planners, so that should be very doable. And it'll be for my finance. And then I'll get into the other modules that I'm using this for. So this I just pulled out of my craft room because I didn't take the planner out of this when it was all finished up. And I think this is a 2021 also. No, that's part 2020. So it's a hybrid. So I'm going to take everything out of here probably. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to store the rest of the year's months in one place, hopefully, because I just don't have the storage for so many things. And you're probably like, well, then why are you doing this system? I'm doing it because I really just want to get into really intentional, buzzword intentional, intentional and specific planning and scheduling. So I realized, as a person who works full-time, I am married. We do have a big family, even though we don't have kids. You know, I'm busy, but I also have more time on my hands than I actually recognize. And what I want to do is I want to be more specific with my days, my weeks, and my months. It's going to help me with my goals, and it's also going to help me stay on track for things, and it's going to help me make the most out of my time. And that's something that I haven't been doing ever since the pandemic began. So I'm taking out November and December because we don't need this in here. I haven't been doing that since the pandemic began because I slowly got, you know, more down about things, more depressed, and it snowballed for me, which I think that there's maybe a fair share of people in the same situation that felt the same. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but it's just kind of how things ended up for me, and that's why my channel started to suffer. So what I'm doing is I'm going to leave in January, February, March here. I'm going to take out the rest of the year, and I'm just going to put it in a pile and stack it up because it'll just be easier than me starting all over, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the black with these gold discs. So it's already in here. Let me just take out what I don't need. So anyway, I was always somebody who was super detailed, felt very organized, and I do work full time, and my job requires a lot of organization, and I just felt like I was doing the bare minimum. You know, I just wasn't making full use of my days, you know, just coming home from work and kind of being like, you know. And when you work full time, you know, a lot of your week is taken up by your job, but you also have a lot of time that you have after work in most cases, some cases, or before work. And of course, you know, weekends or whatever your days off may be. And so for me, I was just getting to the point where I was like, you know what? I have to go to work because I just do. And when I get home, I don't have to do anything. So I just got out of my good habits, and, you know, I started to adopt a really bad habit. And that was kind of being complacent. And I won't call it lazy because I'm definitely not a lazy person. I do feel that I'm driven. I feel I have goals. I feel like I can accomplish things when I put my mind to it. So I don't want to get caught up in negative talk, you know, especially it's not good for us to get caught up in negative talk when it's to ourselves. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, all my bad qualities. I just became wrapped up in the pandemic and the pandemic mindset that some people experienced. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my scissors and I'm taking this belly band off here. And I like to use, in case you're wondering, I like to use the metal discs as opposed to the plastic discs. And sometimes I think the plastic ones are just cuter, but in many cases, the pages turn easier, at least in my experience, with the metal discs. So I am going to need a divider, all right, to segment this planner. So what I'm actually gonna need to do is not just take out January, February, and March, but I'm gonna have to take out the cover to this planner too, and use that as my divider. So putting planners together into one big system is definitely not new. It's not something I'm inventing or taking credit for coming up with. It's something that people have been doing for quite some time. The Happy Planner community is large. It's large, and it is extremely creative, and there's just so much information out there. And so what I'm doing, I'm taking my cover here, and I'm using that as my divider for this next section. So I'm going to stick this in here. But I think that adopting these different systems and methods, you know, is just the beautiful thing about communities when it comes to planning or when it comes to budgeting. If you see something that resonates with you, and it's something that you think you can, you know, somehow fit into your lifestyle, then it's there. So there's so much to learn from, in my opinion, so many people to learn from. And here we go, February. And so I'm using a system that is used by many. And it just keeps everything in one place. So if you are like a super planner, which I am not at the moment, but I hope to be again. If you're like a super planner who likes to document and track and plan the majority of your days and your hours, then this might be a system that you would like to use as well. So one of these modules is going to be for finance, and one of them is going to be, well, you know what? I haven't decided. Those will be in follow-up videos, what I'm doing with these. So I have January, February, and March in here from this planner. So I'm going to put that aside. So I have my last planner to incorporate. And what I like about this is that if you guys have planners like this, some happy planners have the year on the cover, but if they don't, hold on to these to use them as dividers in subsequent and future years, because you can really get, you know, a lot of use out of these. I mean, dividers are expensive, so don't waste anything. If you have a beautiful cover like this that just says your ideas belong here, you know, it's not dated, and you can use this anytime for anything. So I'm going to put this one in here. In fact, I'm going to take this one out from behind it because it's making it too tall for me to work with. So I'm really excited to get this rolling and do videos and show you guys how I'm using this system. So will I be perfect with this? Never. You know, I have the best intentions, just like everybody, when there's a new year or maybe even a new month or a new week. But I'm going to do the best I can with it. And hopefully 2022 is going to be my year of seeing things through. So I don't want to crap out, you know, halfway through a project or halfway through my system, whatever system I come up with, whether it's to organize my finances, it's to organize our meal planning, it's to organize our household. I don't want to spend all the time creating these different systems and modules and going through the motions only to not see it through. So this is going to be my year of seeing things through. And it's going to be a big change for me from the past couple of years because of the pandemic. And like I said, I gave up on my channel. I gave up on my hobbies and the fun things that I like to do. I was reading before, you know, oh my gosh, I'm an avid reader ever since I was a little kid. And, you know, I stopped reading books. I started watching just a ton of TV, just doing the bare minimum. So when I create change in my life, I want it to be realistic, so it is sustainable, and that way I'll feel like I'm actually accomplishing things. I don't know, just I'll feel like I'm getting things done. So the only thing that I really don't care about from the tool notebook is this pen loop, because it just gets in the way for the happy planner. So I'm probably going to get a different scissors out and just take this off, because I don't use it, and like I said, it just gets in my way. Like I could fold it down, but then this just doesn't lay right and it just ends up getting warped. So that's something that I'm gonna do. So here we go. Here is my main planner, okay? And I'm going to show you the first section again, undated. I can save this and use it for as long as this cover holds up. So January, February, and March. Then we hit the next section. Plans are dreams in the making. Again, undated. So that's beautiful. January, February, March. And then finally we have our third and final section, your ideas belong here. So I will be working from this throughout 2022. And I will be planning out, just to get started, to get off on the right foot, I'll be planning out my January preview for my budget. And what I love about the Big Planner, the Big Happy Planner, is the fact that these sheets are 8.5 by 11. So if I print out something that I think will work for me in my planner, I don't have to worry about trimming the size or, you know, cutting anything down. I just hole punch it with a Happy Planner punch and I insert it right into my planner. So this is going to be such an easy and user-friendly system for me. And what I like about this is that it has the lined vertical. So I think that's going to help me when I'm segmenting, you know, numbers and doing my budget. So I'm going to use this first section for budgeting. And like I said, these follow-up sections I will explain to you more and show you as I go. But yeah, I'm super excited. Now my classic size Happy Planner that I'm going to be using, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to be doing that as well. That also has, one of them is aligned vertical, and I'm going to be using that for scheduling. So I'm not calling that planning as much as I am actually referring to it as scheduling. I'm going to have a whole series of videos where I talk about just how I'm going to be scheduling my days. And I'm really, really excited about that because hopefully, you know, if I come up with, and I have my little lights here just for fun, hopefully if I come up with some disciplined scheduling for myself, I can just start to get more done in my life and make the most of my days. And I think that the more productive you are and the happier you are while you're being productive, just the happier you are in general. I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't know how true that is. Maybe you guys will be like, what? You're full of it. But honestly, that is how I feel. So I'm really excited about this. There is a channel that I would like to share with you guys, and I'm going to put the link into her latest video in the description. And she uses the system like a champ. I mean, she is so good at scheduling, and she has so many videos to teach you guys and to teach me how to make the most of your planners, how to, you know, use them as a tool to make the most of your days. Like I said, I'm more of a budget gal here on this channel, not a planner, but I do like to incorporate the planning into it because I think it's all related. But I'm going to link her latest video down below because she is amazing and very inspiring and super smart. So you're going to learn a lot from her financially and also in regards to planning out the different areas of your life. So I hope that you enjoy her channel. Very inspiring to me. So that's it. I just want to show you guys how I'm setting this up, and I'll be back to do my first videos in each section and show you how I'm doing this. And I'm really going to start working as soon as I sign off from this video. I'm going to start working on my January budget preview. I like to do a preview and a recap. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that those are really helpful videos for me because I kind of anticipate what's going to happen during the month. And then I like to go back and I like to see how spot on or how far off I was in my predictions for the month financially. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this video, something useful, and I hope you guys are doing great, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Take care.